All right, we're starting episode 2 of Virgin Island, that's out of the UK. I'm Janet Trevino. I'm a surrogate partner therapist in San Antonio, Texas.
I'm Miranda Wylie. I'm a surrogate partner therapist in Austin, Texas.
So I hope you enjoy our commentary and give us your feedback.
All right. Play with the next phase of the course. Erotic touch.
Erotic touch.
Nothing happens if you're not good at touching. That's what creates all of the pleasure and sensation in our body, and that's eventually what gets us to orgasm.
Wow.
Phase 2, touch.
The next phase of the course is all about touch. Great. I mean, I'm fine with like friendly touch, but as soon as it becomes like an intimate touch, I think it'll be much more difficult for me. Feel the sensation of touching for your own pleasure. You can't get to that next level. It's like the first step, right? Who's ready to touch for your own pleasure?
Okay, we're going to jump into this. This is an important topic. So
Yeah.
they just introduced the idea of, so phase 2 is touch. And this is new for a lot of them. They're really uncomfortable. They're talking about like they haven't never touched or like definitely never sexual touch. And so it's showing a lot of anxiety already. And the invitation is, which is great, touching for one's own pleasure. So I think this is quite apropos for what we do. We'll leave what I do, and we'll see what you do. I don't know you anymore because you have somatica training in your back pocket. It's interesting. It's one of the hardest things to introduce because it's never even discussed. Our society doesn't talk about doing something for oneself. And when it does, it's usually seen with outside of consent, right? So we're seeing like violence and, attacking someone or rape or like any kind of aggression. Like people will touch someone else outside of consent and it's quite violent. Because it's very selfish. It's what I want to do to you. And so to do it within consent, and it'll be quite interesting to see how much like people are consenting. And then also a concept that I'm just recently been playing with in my mind is also about agency. Like, can these participants actually, do they have the power and capacity to agree to any of the things they're doing? And that's a way bigger subject that I don't even think this is even addressing. I think they're just going to be using verbal agreement, verbal consent to kind of agree to do things. And to switching our minds from touching for like you, like, so if I touch you, it's like I'm thinking about what you want, what you like, to, if I touch you for me. First of all, is it okay that I touch you for me? And then how can I switch in my brain, this is for me, and feel good about it? And like, what is it? It really begs the question, what is it that I like? What do I want? What feels good to my hands? So do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, they're basically borrowing from sensate focus, which is the core of surrogate partner therapy work. And what I think they don't teach
in somatica,
well, they do this touch for your own pleasure, but they don't give much parameters to it. We'll see if they do in this demo. But I knew sensate focus before I did somatica training. So I did surrogate partner therapy training before the somatica training. So the thing is that you need your mind to go to a place when you're learning this practice. And so that's where I feel like sensate focus gives people that, which is asking them to focus on temperature, texture, and pressure, right? And those things, it's like just getting really curious about, the temperature, the texture of the hand. Where do I like to touch more? What's more curious to me? Where is it more rough? Where is it more soft? Where is it more supple? Where is it more hot or cold? And then also from that, thinking about, what do I enjoy? Do I like it where it's more supple? Do I like it where it's more calloused? Like, what creates interest in me? I find if you don't have that place to first give people about where to put their mind, they get really lost.
It's too big.
It's
too broad.
big. It's too big. It's too broad. There's, some of these people are saying that they don't even, they're averse to hugging. They're averse to handshakes. So to think about touching a shoulder is going to be really intense. To think about touching the face, like that's going to be.
I mean, they're probably dissociating.
Yes,
like
they
they're
are.
like, I'm not even here anymore.
Right.
So I'm curious.
Yeah. One other thing I wanted to say about that is, I wanted to add on that, yes, if we are responding to how the other person reacts, then we start to build more about touching for their pleasure. Mm-hmm. So if I touch your shoulder and you if you do that, or if you're like, oh, yeah, that feels good, then I will do that more because I like that response from you. And then maybe, sure, that's good. And it does a feedback loop. The more I touch you in a way that you like, the more that feeds me. And I like that I'm doing something that you like, which is all appropriate.
It's all okay.
It's all okay. But the point is to get in touch with your own desire and what you want, regardless of me. Right.
And it's vulnerable.
It's very vulnerable.
Scary.
It's very nuanced. And a lot of people that I work with who have people-pleasing tendencies, they're like, I don't know. I just know that you like that, so I'm going to keep doing that. Yeah.
Okay, let's see how they do this.
They look scared.
They don't want to do it.
Yeah, good work.
He looks really disassociated to me.
Okay, so we just saw Jason experience. He gave touch. He touched her arms, and then she touched his arms. Yeah, how did you notice that?
How did I?
How did you notice? Like, what did you notice?
He just seems stiff and disassociated. Like his eyes the pupils were big and out, overwhelmed. I think he didn't know what to do with it in that moment. I thought it seemed like I felt in my body when he was touching, he was like a child, like curious, like wanting to be like eager. Yes. Yeah.
Eager
I noticed that.
Like, okay, let me go into this. I don't know if he was like, he thought, oh shoot, she's going to touch me too. I wasn't sure if he had thought that through.
Yeah. That's where I noticed more of him being like, oh,
dissociating.
Yeah.
Like I think he's like, okay, I'll go do the thing, but then like, oh shoot, it's coming back. And I don't know if he had the ability to be like, do I want this? Like, can I say no in this moment?
Yeah.
And that's always scary with these kind of exercises because like, hey, we're doing this exercise. And I get with the show, they have to kind of push them because they have 2 weeks to get it all together. I don't know. And I don't even know if he has the capacity to know if he was dissociating or
not. No, I mean, that's where I really struggled with somatica training because they weren't very much about getting people to understand their own signals in their body. It was kind of more pushing them towards that edge and going over. But what I want is for my clients to feel really steady so that they are coming in steady before we do something that pushes them a little bit, because our job is to push them to the edge, right?
Sure.
But it's the timing of when we do that.
So for those of you who didn't watch episode 1 with us, so it's in episode 2, Miranda did the somatica training, which the people that are participating as the professionals,
the leads
are somatica, like the heads of somatica.
Yeah.
And so you just finished that training last year. And I don't know if we can get into it right now. You can say no, but it was not a trauma-informed program.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they may not have that here present.
I mean,
or maybe they do now, but at the time,
I think they've started to change their language that they're trauma empowered, and I think that they say that they are, but they are not.
But we'll see how that plays out. If it becomes relevant to share more about that, I think it'd be good to hear what again, at the end of the day, it was your experience at that time last year when you finished with them. So who knows? Things could change, but
Yeah.
important to know.
Yes, I'm going to invite you to feel into your desire, Tom. This is really good. Keep it steady. It's really good. Really good. You keep it steady. I'm going to check what's with her, okay? If she can receive it. Great, that's great.
No.
I'm going to touch your belly, okay, just to help you out, sweetie. Okay, good. Let it shake. Let it cry. You're safe now, okay?
Is she?
You know you're safe, but your body forgot. Okay? Yeah. So I'm here.
Despite Danielle's reassurance, the exercise still proves too much for Taylor.
Yeah.
You're doing great, Taylor.
No.
Yeah, let it cry. Don't...
Yes.
Can I hug you? Yes, you did great.
Okay.
What was that?
So we just saw. Okay, so this is an exercise that comes from Somatica. I don't know where two people stand in front of each other, and they're just expressing desire for the person in front of them. That's what's happening, right?
It's not even very well explained.
I didn't get that.
Right. So, yes, it looks like the person is supposed to look at the other person and sort of like, express desire, feel desire. Like, it was leery.
So
he became, he stepped into desire, which then he was like leering at her.
So like it becomes very much what women experience all the fucking time.
All the fucking time.
Around like male gaze and being like not catcalling here necessarily, but like that just like I'm gonna fuck you energy.
Yeah.
Like I want you, you're mine.
It is the energy of you looking over your shoulder, like feeling like you cannot go walk to your car alone. Like that was the energy, which they don't show it. Did she consent to being objectified? Did she consent to saying, yes, I want to feel his energy? It was just the way it was. What we saw was the instructor saying, you, man, step into your energy, and you, woman, feel his erotic energy, feel his desire.
And they just said right before she started, she's bisexual. They could have used a woman.
Yeah.
They could have. Just because of the exercise.
They did. And then she is stressed. She's welling. Her face is crying. Like she's holding back. She's starting to shake. And what Danielle is saying, the instructor, somatic instructor, is saying, good.
Let it out.
Let it out. This is good.
I don't know.
That to me is not good.
I mean, expressing emotion, yes, it's good. It's just that.
How is this healing to get to a place where you are fearful and then push through it and say that you're safe now? The reason why your body gives you messages is to help protect you, and that protective mechanism that comes on that says, I might be followed. I don't like the way that the person is looking at me. Am I safe? You need that mechanism in your body.
And to trust it.
And to trust it. And so if we are saying, shut it down, you're actually safe here because I'm with you. Are you always going to be with her? No.
And if anything, she's saying it's okay. Like
that feeling.
That's not an alarm.
A feeling being
it's actually positive.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. But let's go with it.
Sorry.
And then she's apologizing
for
it. Sorry.
No.
She interrupted his exercise.
No. If anything, he's the one that should apologize.
And he's smiling like,
right. Yeah.
I was like,
really proud of you. Okay, thank you. Really proud of you. Good work.
you love you, Tyra.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't know what's wrong with me is the message she leaves with this.
Like she couldn't do the exercise.
There's nothing wrong with you. Your body is behaving the way it should.
There's so much trauma in this group.
Your body is trying to keep you safe.
Yeah.
And especially, this is the thing, is that yes, when we get into hypervigilance, our body doesn't know. But so yes, there are probably times where you have to be like, wait, I am safe.
Right.
But that right there, this first exercise, she's actually not totally safe. And also, she needs to say that for herself. But she is looking to the authority and the other person that was in the erotic energy to say, you are safe. She's got to feel it for herself.
Right. I'm with you.
I'm lit up by that.
I love it. Bring it. This is great. That's why we're doing it for y'all.
Blind, man. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I was going to have it next. Here we go.
The shutdown sounds ridiculous because we're only looking at each other, but that's something I clearly need to work on. I usually run the opposite way if anyone looks at me like that.
But if you're not crying, you're not doing it right. Louise, did you catch his wanking comment?
Yeah. Which one from?
I'm just going to say the thing he just said, and I don't know if that's what he meant. If you're not crying, you're not doing it right. What? Okay. I think, did he hear that from somebody?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
If you're not crying, you're not doing it right.
Backing away.
Mm-hmm.
Closer still.
Okay.
Like a turtle.
But you know.
He's looking off.
Yeah. He's gone.
He's like, what are you doing?
Would you like to do a hug?
Why not? Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. How is this?
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, he's smiling, but body language is like.
Is it possible that he's just highly aroused and he doesn't know what that feels like in his body?
Sure. And he's like, not, yeah, just not sure.
Like, it's not, the recoil might not be disgust. The recoil might be, wow, I'm actually really turned on and I don't know what to do.
Maybe.
It doesn't look good. Whatever. What I thought that was going to be an exercise in learning how to hug.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was way more, they were like slow dancing. She's got her hands on hips and shoulder and then coming in closer and kind of, it was just getting more sensual.
So this is interesting. As a professional cuddler, I do practice supporting people and learning how to separate the erotic, the sensual. There's always going to be some sensuality,
Yeah,
but
sure.
like from just normal human touch. Like, I want for my clients to develop the skill to be able to hold someone's hand without it being erotic, to be able to touch someone's arm without, or their leg without being erotic, to be able to cuddle. I mean, to hug and cuddle without it being erotic. And what, again, we were talking about in the first episode is this idea of imprinting. Like, if you're bringing eroticism to a hug, then especially as a white male in our society, I fear. Do you know where I'm going with this?
I sure do.
It's like, I need my white male guys to be able to hug without it fucking being sexual or sensual, or in other words, creepy.
Yeah.
And this is my concern. Is like, I'm doing this hug that's like sensual and like maybe even breathing. Like, she's like breathing like, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Like, that is not a hug that you're going to get out there in the world. Not on a first date, maybe a second. I mean, like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're building to. Like, that is not how it's going to be. Like, so
do you
how
teach
would you do
it? Well, I want to hear more from you in terms of like, do you teach how? To me, it's a lot about energy. And so what you're talking about is like bringing in sensual energy or not. So like, how do you teach that with a client?
So, okay, then I want to just preface one last thing just to remind you where we've been already. So they introduced it was phase 2, and it was on touch. it's on erotic touch.
Yes.
This
there
is
you go.
not just
There
like
you go.
touch, it's erotic touch. So
Yeah.
they're starting from like the first thing is, because again, we have 2 weeks to get them to intercourse, I guess, or whatever. I'm not sure even how they define sex at this point. So how I would do it is in a cuddle session, it's not about arousal or exciting the nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to actually do the opposite, to getting them into the calmest state, like into the lowest level of like anxiety. And so however that looks, there's many different strategies to that. So then you're building on that space, not an aroused space.
Yeah.
So that they're able to come into cuddling eventually, completely like regulated and like relaxed.
Yeah, I find that it's more what you're talking about is like co-regulation.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Co-regulation of just being in silence, breathing together. That is a huge part of it, of just where we are in our energy bodies, you know? I also find so much for me, my first instinct, especially with this population of people who has low experience, doesn't, maybe they've been on dates but they've not had sex, right? We don't know how much, if they've like made out, or some of them seem like they have, some of them haven't, but I bring a real, like, my energy is real neutral, and if anything goes more towards maternal.
Yes, so I was going to go there next. So then I do have a remothering sessions.
Yes.
So some of these people, especially Jason, he says that he didn't receive a lot of touch as a child. So we would actually go back.
Exactly.
So the building blocks. So you go back to, even if you have to an infant, or even like utero, like being in the uterus, like swaddling, like going even to that if they need that. So they can feel what it's like to be held and comforted and like cared for.
Yes.
And then you grow them up like year by year.
Yes.
You know, and even to the point sometimes like toddlers, where they might have to like smack me in the face, something like, because they're kids, like little kids, and being pushing and playful and you know, sticking fingers in each other's nostrils. I mean, I don't know, like just being curious about bodies. I mean, curious. So again, they have 2 weeks to get this, you know, working for them.
Still, but it doesn't mean that we just jump to eroticism.
No, absolutely not,
right?
Because there's building blocks here. If touch for these people is only erotic sexual touch, then they have lost the ability to connect with their own children maybe one day, or family members, or parents. I mean, like, I don't know.
And don't you
most of the population.
Don't you also want to think about a partnership and touch not just being about erotic as well?
Right. Especially for the men. I'm most concerned about the men in terms of their entitlement, or they're just skewed towards sexual, and the women with their trauma. I mean, I think that's where we're seeing this split. Yeah. I need them to have more versatility. I was hoping them that we'll introduce touch, like all types of touch, but that's not what's happening.
Yeah. Let's carry on.
That's great.
After the session, Jason's confidence is sky high. And that's not the only thing that's up.
What happened?
I was standing like this, because much of how I was like that. I had a phone. I was like,
Oh.
wow.
Okay.
Good, dude.
Okay, so Jason just confessed what we said. You were saying you thought he might be excited.
Yeah.
He was backing up because he had a boner.
He had an erection. Yeah. That's what it was hard to determine. We're not there feeling the energy, but we are seeing him do this. And it's like, is this because he's...
So if he's imprinting every time he gets a hug, he gets a boner, you've given him new issues. Some new problems.
Also, yeah.
Yes, you're giving some new problems.
Yes, you do have to say that would be okay, or what do you do? That is the problem with bringing in eroticism too quickly.
So, I mean, you know, hopefully that self-regulates, because in cuddle sessions, people get erections. No big deal. And I want to just make sure everyone knows. So people know that I'm pro, yay, go boners, you know, go erections, do your, you know, whatever. Your body's going to do what it's going to do. Yeah. And it relaxes. Mm-hmm. It will relax, because we're creating not an excited state, but a relaxed state. Yeah. And so I would have hoped, had I been the person doing the hugging, sure, okay, boner comes, but like, now let's wait and hold.
And you track it and talk about it, don't you?
Yes, and yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And like wait to see if it can calm, so you can be here and calm
Yeah.
and bring your nervous system to like
right. That's what I find is missing, is that they're not talking about what is happening in the body. He's not talking about it. She's not talking about it. And she's just kind of pushing the accelerator and going, may I come in closer? May I come in, may I...
And then we are experiencing locker room talk. He comes to the guys and says,
yeah, you're right.
Guess what I did?
You're right.
I'm getting there. I'm in a really great mood. I feel like I'm glowing. I didn't think I'd do this. I'm really proud of myself. But let's be honest, I'll be a sex god.
I mean, yeah, we're going to leave here. Absolutely. Professionally trained sex demon.
While Jason's conquering new heights,
I haven't really gotten much out of mine yet. I just feel like I'm letting the team down.
Taylor's still struggling. After crying in this morning's workshop, the experts feel there may be more to Taylor's tears than meets the eye.
Even though she was being emotional, she wasn't actually letting go and going into her emotion. I feel like she's hiding, and that's probably been a survival tactic that has worked really well for her.
Yeah, she is so scared.
Danielle wants to discover what makes Taylor so anxious about intimacy.
Just talking about my experiences always makes me upset. But I've had quite a few negative experiences because those are the ones that I need to talk about for this to work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I've had a breakthrough, I think. Thank you very much. Bye. I left happier than I went in. And forward is always good, isn't it? So
She had braids in that session and she came out with bangs. That's how you know it's TV. Not real. Did you see the little twisty things?
No.
They showed her coming out and she has the bangs. And then she has bangs here.
Yeah. The hair color is also different.
It is.
It's brighter. So these seem to be like done after.
They're using B-roll kind of like just wherever.
Yeah.
So just thought I would make us aware of these things. This is the magic of reality TV.
Yeah.
It just feels, I don't know, weird, but in a nice way.
Why do you have these horrible stretch marks?
I don't know. Right. You say horrible, did you?
Well, it looks painful. It looks like you've got
You just see my arse? More on my arse.
Okay.
That was
now.
Yeah,
I'm bored now.
the most outspoken.
More thumb, more movement. You need to be doing the whole
So what, like that, have it there. Like that. All of it.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
It's like pushing up your arm. Like that. Like, that's how you do it. But slower.
Okay, now I definitely want you to stop.
I mean, good for her, but also that's rough.
Rough.
How was the monsieur?
Oh. And I'm gonna have to be cruel to be kind and tell him that I'm not interested.
Definitely need some etiquette.
So this is Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay. So Charlotte's she is direct. She is has a strong voice.
Yeah.
And doesn't know, I don't know, would you say? Doesn't know how to speak about other people's bodies.
Yeah, well, she just said that she's going to have to be cruel to be kind to tell somebody that she's not interested in them, which I would just say it's not a binary of cruelness or kindness. Right? There's something else.
How would you, if she were your client, what would you tell her?
Well, I think that gets into a session of, disappointment, like processing disappointment, and that he's going to have to be receiving disappointment, And for her, I think there's just a way of being in your agency, being in your truth without being mean.
I wonder if she's projecting. How much of it is it about her with herself? That she's probably really rude or crude to herself.
I like that.
And going
I like
into
starting
like
there.
yeah, because this isn't about
Yeah.
how she sees people, it's how she sees herself. And she doesn't have self-compassion. How could she possibly understand others and have compassion for others? So there's truth there. We haven't seen it played out yet.
No, we don't know.
But if it comes out, then we're like, yep, that's where you go right into there.
Yeah.
Close our eyes and we start to feel this animal inside of us, and we let that animal go after the other person, actually letting it move, letting it out in our body.
It's like a moment. So what is this called?
The animal game.
Animal game. So basically, two people become like animals on their hands and knees, and they start to pretend like they're like doing whatever, right? Animal.
Yeah,
senses.
they're crawling around.
Okay. So what we're noticing, you want to say what you're noticing?
Well, we're laughing because the two people, so it's a participant and one of the somatic instructors, they're starting to crawl around on their hands and knees like in a circle, and the other participants are looking away like, I'm not supposed to be watching that. Like, it's so uncomfortable. They are like, I don't want to look at that. That's what they keep doing, like that.
Just to see it is really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Tom may be finding his wild side, but for the rest of the group, it's too much to bear.
That was so fun.
That was a lot of fun, to be fair. I enjoyed that.
Do you hate how everyone claps?
It was very jungle.
I'm not even paying attention to how everyone claps. Is it like?
Yeah, it's like, you did the thing, yay!
Like, you think that
It's just a compulsory thing that we do in society. I just think it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I said not the participants, but
everybody did. I just really tracked it.
Okay.
That everybody did it. The sexperts, the participants, they were all like, yay!
Good for you.
So they moved from like kind of crawling around to this really like on their knees, sensuous hug, right? And then the participants, one just like took a pillow and put it over their head and was just like, and other people just closed their eyes and just their head was down.
Yeah, quite uncomfortable. We'll see what they say.
Men are expected to make that first move. And I think for guys like me who just struggle with that, making the move and reading signs, it's very hard.
That's my happy part.
This is so hot.
Did you feel any arousal? I'm curious.
Yeah, I think some, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, arousal, she was paired up with a woman. So there was that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it just seemed, again, like they were just in a sensual hug, moaning on each other.
They're just trying to awaken arousal.
Yeah.
It's about touch, but erotic touch, but it's awakening desire more.
Yeah.
At the next level, at the touch level.
Yeah. To me, that didn't seem any different than the hugging, the lesson of the hugging, where it was just kind of our bodies are getting closer and closer. and then
eventually it's going to be close off, and then it's just going to be intercourse.
Yeah.
That's what I'm projecting will happen.
Yeah.
Clumsy intercourse.
Yeah.
At that.
Yeah. I didn't really get that.
But I think in this case, this was more about the dude that likes her.
Yes, there was that. So then she said no to
touch with him.
Right. Which that's also is there's like another meta thing that's happening in this of these sort of high school dynamics, right? Of being called on, coming up to the front of the class, which we saw at the beginning of them sharing their hottest sexual movie, right? And then it was like somebody chooses that they're going to go and like, who wants to partner with this person? It's like just going back to like being the last one picked on the team vibe. So you've got that to contend with on top of all this other stuff. Because then he said, I'll be paired with you. And then she said, actually, and then he was like, okay, I'll just shut it down. Right. And so then what flared up for him was all the bullying that he had of like, he's an ugly kid and all of this stuff. So that just came up for him, which is sad.
Which is, I mean, in a way,
real.
It's real
in
society, right?
It's real.
At the same time, there's just so much that's happening that can't be addressed and
exactly
cared for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like in my work, like if I've done group dynamics, at that point, I would have one of the professionals take that person off to the side and do some empathy and like working with them, because that's a real raw feeling that just happened, and you can do so much in that moment. But to have him being videoed, like he's on display and everyone's watching him process this rejection he just experienced, and the whole world is watching. Yeah, and that's can be humiliating. Like a super level that bullying in high school won't even touch.
Yeah. Jason, he's been so gung ho, and I thought he would be gung ho today, but he was way more reserved. We did in our session have very close body on body, but he wasn't able to then move the energy into something more sexual. Okay, so maybe I can build on that. Yeah.
Celeste decides Jason needs to put his massage.
So then either he didn't have a boner or he did and she didn't track it.
So, what's happening right now is the professionals have gotten together to sit and talk about what's been happening, tracking their sexual. Now we're going into sexual, I guess, response, right? Yeah. And they're saying that Jason, the one that had the boner we mentioned, that she didn't track sexual when they gave each other a hug.
Yeah.
Even though he talked about it, having a boner. Unless he just said that.
Exactly.
Again, it's the locker room talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't know who to believe at this point.
We don't know what's happening, but they saw his energy kind of like poo-poo. It wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
For the animal thing.
Right. And he said it was uncomfortable. And one other thing I want to point out is that, I don't know if you talk about this with your clients, but I do, and this is something that they will go on and talk about more with the talk therapists, that the clients do get to practice with us somebody who is holding a very different container than somebody who they're going to be on a date with, right? Mm-hmm. So the rejection that he felt of somebody talking about his stretch marks in his body and being like, just like, I don't like this, right? We would never do that. But it is going to happen.
Good.
Right? That is possible when you go out in the world. There is risk of that, of like somebody being mean about your body. And it's unfortunate that he went from such a bubble of safety of being like, oh, I feel like my body isn't ugly and shamed and there's possible for it to be loved, to then it going quickly back to this real world experience that could happen.
And in my hope is that when a person confronts something like that they go, oh, this person isn't for me.
Yes.
And you exit. Like it's an indicator like, oh, okay, next.
Yeah.
But in this case, unfortunately what we do is we turn against ourselves.
Right.
And something is wrong with us when actually it's them.
Right. Yeah. And so thank you for the information. Moving on. Because I'm not going to be with somebody who's going to talk mean about my body.
Yes, so you're completely unattractive to me at this point.
Yeah.
I do not look for your approval. I'm not chasing for your attention.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's something that we can talk about in our sessions, right? Yeah. So I just end up feeling protective of him, and I'm sorry that happened for him.
Yeah.
That is your inner animal. When you take your desire seriously, it's very compelling. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Have a lovely day.
You too.
Yeah. Bye.
I'd like to repeat what she just said. I think it's a good point. When you take your inner desire seriously, it's very compelling. So we just saw Jason. Same, I was thinking Jason, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He just had a very erotic session with Celeste where she's on top of him and they're just like touching her breasts and her body and butt and all of it.
They're fully clothed.
Fully clothed, right?
And it's she's gyrating on him, like they're dry humping, gyrating. Yeah.
Okay. So there's been this erotic experience with Celeste and what's his name? Jason. So is this something that you would do with Samantha?
It's something that they taught me to do. I don't know how comfortable I am doing it. Yeah.
Just it's like awakening and taking your desire seriously.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I think is interesting about the container of somatica, because it is very erotically charged, that they are clothed and grabbing body parts. He's grabbing her boobs. He's grabbing her ass. She's invited him to. But it's very different from Sensate Focus, because I want somebody to be able to touch my arm, to touch my boobs the same way that they touch my arm. I don't really want somebody who first touches me to go in and grab my boobs, right? So I can understand this exercise in terms of thinking about stepping into your desire and being like taking yourself seriously, but it still steps into like, I'm more of an aggressive person. Yeah. She did invite it, so there is that. There is that.
And to say like, do you want to fuck me?
Yeah.
That kind of energy.
Yeah. What's your take on it? Would you do this?
As like foreplay. Like in the moment when we might actually go into that more of a sexual space, like in the context. But I might do this with a partner.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's fun. It's playful. It's great. I think it's good for, again, building energy, but they'll do it and then it's like, okay, bye. See you tomorrow. I mean, I guess for people that have never had a chance to experience it at all, I guess it's building blocks. And they've just veered off of the path that I would ever take.
Yeah.
So if I judge it based on what their context, I guess it's okay. It's a possibility. It's just that it's not something that I have done. Like, I don't want to send somebody out into the world with this energy that I just built. Because I'm responsible. Yeah. And
you do want people to have confidence and to understand their
Sure.
desires and to be able to ask for what they want, but your approach would just be different.
Yeah, I don't do as much work in the erotic like this, so, but I get it. Okay.
Physical.
If you just want to like come in and like kiss me on the cheek, you don't have to, but you can. Yeah.
So right now, Celeste, right, and Ben are having a session where I think they're trying to boost some of his self-esteem and confidence around stuff because he's been rejected earlier. And this exercise here where the client just does the touch, like is invited just to touch spontaneously. I have done this with a client. Clients who are particularly scared of like reaching out and doing the thing, and I highly recommend it. Like, I really think it's great. Like, if we can have a conversation and just during the course of this conversation just touch, just to try to take
Mhm.
those risks, because then like, I'm not going to reject you. Here are my boundaries. If I have them, like, just don't touch this part, or don't do it this way, and builds the confidence. I think that's really fantastic. And then, of course, she gave him the cue. Like, it's true. If you slow down touch, for those of you out there who are like, okay, I can't touch people, I don't know how to, like, touching and slowing it down does like awaken. It makes it more, yeah, it feels better for me. So I think those are two really good things I think I like. And now she's inviting him to kiss, so we'll see what happens. Thoughts?
Thoughts. I feel like this is the first time it's feeling like we're seeing, I don't know if it's been edited or just there's been a sort of a recklessness with the exercises, but this is the first time where it's been more clear of her invitation and her boundaries, and then him being able to do it at his pace and with his intuition. So that's where I think this is beautiful, to say, here are some boundaries when you feel it in your body,
right?
When you feel compelled, when it feels naturally to you, do this thing.
Right.
Yeah. Which is beautiful.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh my goodness. What? Look at you. Makes me want to touch you back.
You didn't realise how much of a confidence booster this is. So now I'm doing it good.
It's really great.
It looks genuine. He looks really in his body.
Yes, so we're watching again Ben and Celeste, and I feel him relaxed.
Yeah.
Open.
Yeah. I feel relaxed and open watching him, like, as opposed to other people where it's been harder to tell.
It's either like too forward, too much, or it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
But like he's just more relaxed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It feels really genuine in him. Yeah.
To clarify her thinking, the experts want to pair her with male surrogate partner therapist Andre.
The male surrogate. Ah!
Here we go, our second surrogate.
Yay!
So my role in this is to basically stand in as what could be a potential partner or a potential lover.
And I'm here to support you through the emotion, the communication, transparency.
Surrogate partners help by forming a therapeutic relationship, supported by a clinical therapist.
I will leave the two of you to enjoy your time together.
Thank you.
All right? Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
Take care.
I'm scared. Sorry.
It's okay.
I've got a lot of emotions about this whole thing, and they're kind of trickling into everything.
There's nothing to be sorry about in displaying emotion. So, what could potentially be like a desired goal or outcome?
Less of this.
Okay, then we're on the right track.
I want less of this, and just feeling more comfortable, in a situation where I feel like anytime it comes to a situation, where sex is on the table, I freeze up and I panic. I just don't want anyone to touch me or anything like that because I just feel wrong.
Okay. Well, that is exactly why I'm here, and we can practice with one another. We can explore the things that you came here to explore.
Oh God.
Just want to see how you're feeling.
It feels like there's a knot in my throat.
So it's generally uncomfortable kind of a feeling. Okay. Is there anything I can provide for you? Would you like a hug?
No, thank you.
Okay.
The therapy that was explained to me terrifies me down to the very depths of my core.
Well, and if you like, you're welcome to head on out whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I don't know if I've made any actual progress because I just kind of get a bit weepy.
Okay, let me finish this episode. We gotta talk about it.
I really liked Andre and he was really lovely and I'd love to be his friend, but I'm trying to work out why I'm so panicked. I think it scares me, the fact that he's a man.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I just have 1 minute.
Yeah.
I think I'm upset about more things than I let on.
Next time.
Okay. Let's talk about this. The man surrogate partner. So she comes in. She's on the edge.
Just close the computer. This one.
Yeah, let's close.
Okay,
Emotional.
Yeah. What happens?
So she's emotional. She's like uncomfortable. So first of all, she's being introduced to this guy, right? And I think I would have, again, we don't see what's happening in the background.
Yeah.
I would have asked her, like, one-on-one, what do you want to, like, here are some options. Where do you think you need to go next? Because she might be like, I might need nurture. Mm-hmm. I might need a woman maybe just to cry with and put my head in her lap and have someone stroke my hair. Yeah. And just be with my fucking emotion in a really safe place. Yeah. And do it from that place. Because the man it's not time for him yet. Mm-mm. So that was my instinct. And the therapist, like
the talk therapist,
yeah. Like, I'm hoping that, I mean, I believe she's a professional. I believe she probably does her job very well. But like that, in my world, would have been clear. Like, he is being introduced way too soon. And so, like, even his suggestion, and I get it, they probably talked for like an hour and we only saw literally not even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 minutes of their interaction. So like he's offering a hug and she's crying and it's like, that's not it, dude. That is so not it. Maybe he felt like under-resourced, like he didn't even know what he was supposed to do because the protocols aren't there. He's not following protocols. He's like, shoot, I'm supposed to like get this woman to have sex with someone or me in under 2 weeks now at this point. So what are your thoughts?
What was your reaction when it seemed like you had a reaction when he said you can leave at any point? You were like, like what? Like what was that reaction? Like,
so it was at the end, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes. I mean, I guess I don't know what I was reacting to because I don't remember him saying that.
Maybe it wasn't that specifically. Maybe it was the whole thing.
Like, yeah, she can leave at any point, but I don't think she wanted to be there to begin with.
Yes.
I think he knew it. Like, he said it because he knows you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like, wait, if this were real life, we would not be meeting. Mm-hmm. Everybody would know, okay, she's not ready to see you yet. Like, I don't think I've ever had a client who comes to me, either cuddling or surrogate partner, who's not ready to do the work. Maybe, okay, there's been one, but for a totally different reason, he wasn't ready. But like, but like they're pushing everyone into like outside their comfort zone, which I understand, but pushing them to like just experience the things and everything will come online. Is the idea like if you experience this, then you know all this what's supposed to be normal systems will come online and you'll be like, yeah, this is great.
You'll be liberated.
Yes, but like with the women in trauma, it's just re-traumatizing. Over and over and over again. They're going back to that memory of whatever. We don't know what happened.
We don't know. We're not. But it's clear.
It's so clear.
Yeah.
That there's like this deep-seated fear.
Yeah. There is a male and a female surrogate. I don't know why they wouldn't have put her with the female surrogate.
Because we're hetero. In the show.
Well, yeah, but she's bi and they keep pushing her to paired with men. So that's curious.
And I don't know if she actually is bi. She said, if you remember, well, you wouldn't remember, please tell, that she felt like she couldn't be a lesbian or couldn't be with women because of the social conditioning of like in high school.
Right.
She said it. So like she probably had to choose guys because that's what was socially acceptable. She actually might not even be into men.
Yeah.
We don't even know.
Which, have you had those clients?
No.
I have.
That she's either bi or hetero and she's actually not.
Or maybe gay. Like I've worked with a woman who it was just assumed that people just kind of talked about her like, oh, she's gay because she's not been with.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I have had something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she wasn't gay?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
No, I think mine was. I mean, like, I also was a virgin, did not have an experience or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I think I'll just stick with women. I'm like, good, like, fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been open to a man, but.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the end of episode 2. I hope y'all are enjoying this. This time, with this video, we attempted to kind of loop you in. Because if YouTube ends up not letting us play any of like the clips, we'll see how the first episode played out. We'll know by the time that this comes out, you'll see this. We'll have known. But definitely encourage you to watch the show if you have access to it, and getting a VPN or getting on Channel 4 and watching it for yourself, and then give us comments and like let us know if you agree with our feedback, or if maybe you don't, or maybe you like whatever, or what would you do if you were in these situations.
And ask questions too. Like the show is not great at discerning and providing information about these different providers, right? So it's Somatica, which does sex and relationship coaching. There is surrogate partner therapist. We're introduced to our second surrogate partner therapist. Then there's sexological body workers. And then there's other people who have some sort of coaching, like sexuality coaching, other coaching titles. I can't remember all of them.
Emotional coach.
Yeah. And so what's unfortunate is we've not really heard them speak about their work, right? So that's another thing to kind of bring into this discussion is like what is appropriate for whatever you're working on in intimacy.
Yeah. But overall, my sense about it all is just really fun to work with us.
Yes.
We're great.
I love my job. I love doing this work. I really do.
And I will say it is challenging me in the best ways. Yeah. I would love to add more erotics pieces into mine. I don't think I have barely anything at all because it's not part of the circuit partner training. We do it a little bit in like there's certain like touch dynamics, but you have to bring it because you want it. But like it's not something that is taught. So I am taking that away with me. Like there is a time and a place for that kind of experience, and just I don't have it integrated. So I am taking that positive piece, but it is a time and a place for it. Right, there's a time and a place for it, and that's not in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they haven't done it yet, and I'm sure they will do maybe in the next couple episodes. But I do nudity probably sooner than they do. Because I was encouraged by another surrogate partner to actually include for some clients nudity, like the mirror exercise might be. We'll explain to them. Maybe when they get to that.
Because it's more de-armoring and releasing shame, and it's the story of our bodies.
Right.
And that piece is honestly, that's one of my favorite pieces.
But we'll have to give it to them later.
I know. Okay, I'm sorry. I love it.
Okay. All right. Till the next episode.
Bye.